Okay, crazy lady. You ready to flip the switch?
Ingram?
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Not really. Let's do it anyway.
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Oh, if I'm gonna go...
together and get up onto that platform.
Okay. Let me get my, freaking atomic bomb.
Right. Keep this thing warmed up for you.
There we go. Let me get a freaking suit of power armor that's gonna keep me from getting nuked. Okay.
Proctor.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right. Head up onto the platform. The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform.
I'm on the platform.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow,
Dr.
there's
Lee
a
is
heck of a
valuable
lot of
asset.
interference and ghosting.
If any harm comes
it's gonna
to
take a minute or two to
I'm
lock
holding you
in.
personally
By the
responsible.
way,
Understood.
the trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found.
Okay.
Well,
This better
looks
not fuse me to my
we have
power
a
armor.
winner. RF wave
I've seen the
capture
fly.
complete.
Opening fire
Ramping
inside
the
the
emitter.
institute.
60%,
It could jeopardize our entire
80%.
mission.
No
Emitter
shit.
Spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch.
Then
Transmitting in
flip the
3,
switch.
2, 1.
Here we go.
Soldier.
Whee! Did I die? Ah! No. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Looks like I didn't get fused to my power armor either. Nice. Hello?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Thank you.
I am known as Father. The
Nice to
Institute
meet
is
you.
under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Okay. Maintain trigger discipline. Maintain trigger discipline. Maintain trigger discipline. Do not go on a shooting spree. Do not go on a shooting spree. Do not go on a shooting spree. Don't do it. Let's have a
I
quick.
can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us.
Don't really think anything of you guys.
I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Uh-huh. You guys are building robots to the point...
Welcome to the Institute.
Oh, thank you. Back to what I was saying before you rudely interrupted me. You guys are...
This is the reality of the Institute.
Okay,
This
fuck you too.
place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future.
Uh-huh.
It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground.
Uh-huh.
Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground.
Okay, are you
There's
done?
too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Are you done? Okay, good. robots. You guys are building robots to the point where they think they're human, and then getting upset and confused why they rebel. Humans don't like to be slaves, you fucking moron. What the hell makes you think a robot that thinks it wants to be human wants to be a slave? You guys are the smartest dumb people I've ever met in my life. Also, you have a god complex. That is very evident you have a god complex. I think my power armor's smoking again. Nope, just cleaning out the filter. I really gotta stop smoking in my helmet. Ugh. It smells like an ashtray in there. That's cool. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Tweezers, always useful. Jimmy, nice to meet you.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Where is everybody, buddy?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Are you okay?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
It'll be okay. Just open the door.
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Okay.
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind.
Uh-huh.
I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges.
Challenges, yes, but
Let's
am I
start
emotional?
anew. I am Father.
I think I'm emotional.
Welcome to the Institute.
Does depression count as emotional?
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
So, help me to understand.
Help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers.
Please and thank you.
And answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have
probably.
traveled very far and suffered a great deal to find your son.
Oh, you have no idea.
Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now it's leisure.
But why?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227. The Institute had made great strides in synth production, but it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Okay, hold up for a second there, buddy. Why didn't they just take everybody in the vault? Why just you?
You've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother died.
She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I've heard enough right now.
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
Okay.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. I want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities. Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay. Well, let me grab my power armor in case they kick me out. I can't afford to leave that. Come on, old Bessie. You've seen me through many a bullshit. Time to go find these people.
Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
Oh, I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Hi, Doc.
Thanks again.
Of course.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Crippling depression.
I guess I just wasn't ready to die yet.
Oh, that's understandable. The will to survive is the most basic human instinct.
But I kind of don't have
I'll
a
give
will
you
to
a quick
survive.
rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We
Wait, what?
maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Power needs.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Hey there.
I don't think you'll be needing that suit of power armor in here.
Alright, fine, but nobody take my Bessie. Or I'm gonna go on a freaking killing spree. I mean it, nobody touch her.
As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
What you got?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Okay, that's actually damn good. Okay, I'll have to be back for that later. Bioscience.
Time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. And those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
So none of these plants look edible.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Yeah, but none of these look edible.
So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Okay.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
That's amazing.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'd like to.
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Why gorillas?
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Clayton.
Anything I can help you with?
Need help?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Okay. Okay, so this is the lab Virgil was talking to me about. The fuck happened here? Dang it.
Yes.
Okay. Shit. Yeah, not gonna need my power. Yeah, totally not gonna need my damn power on. Oh, good, food. I'm gonna inhale this stuff real quick. Okay, there we go. I just realized something. This was before the bombs, so why was that food radioactive? Huh. Well, that robot over there scared the duck out of me. I kind of realized I wasn't recording. So, fortunately for you guys, you managed to get me screaming like a little girl.
Nice.
Stem pack. Scrap that. Hmm. Okay. Why is there cat meat? Let's try.
Sweet.
I guess that explains all the dead cats now. Okay. Observation rooms. Got it.
That's it.
More cat meat. Were they just like surviving off cat meat down here? Dang. Derby. It was Keats. Oh, tech documents. Stick around, buddy. You'll be fine. I wonder if I can fill those with water. Oh. Okay.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Yeah, I'm fresh out of mercy, buddy.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects. But as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board: exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
Okay.
This is Dr. Elliot with the official report for the Directorate from Bioscience. The date is, August 2178. I'm pleased to report that, as has been the case during my tenure, crop yields exceed expectations. In point of fact, everything down here is fine, with one notable exception. Dr. Frederick has informed me that the Directorate has pre-approved research on samples of the FEV virus, which he already has in his possession. Now, I'm not one to question the Directorate, you all know that. I don't even want to know where this came from, but, well, this is troubling. Dangerous, possibly. I will do my best to make sure risks are minimized, but I really do hope that the consequences are understood.
Okay. Well, that's going to end this episode here. See you next time.